Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Achiever in the Make. And today we have Marco Brando with us. Now, I want to introduce.
Hello.
Hello, Marco. Thank you for being with us. I just want to introduce you before we begin. Now, Marco has been a friend of mine for many years. It's about 20 years we know each other, and I consider Marco, one of my best friends. We spent our late teenage and early 20s together, and before we got married. And he's someone that he's got a big heart. He's always there. He's always been there for me when I was troubled, and I consider him a huge support. And you're amazing, Marco. So the reason why I got him with us today is because Marco's got an amazing story. So if someone is looking for inspiration, Marco's got some resilience in him, and I like his story. I want him to share his story with us, and some words of wisdoms as well. So thank you for being with us, Marco.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so all right, let's kick in. So can you tell us a little bit about you, Marco, before we start?
Yes. Well, first of all, I consider Filippo as a brother. So thank you for your kind words.
Thank you.
Well, I am a pilot in training. I always had this passion to become a pilot. Always had this passion to fly one day. So when I could, I stressed my family so much to be able to go to flight school. And that day came. I went for a flight school selection in Oxford. And in my opinion is, well, it's everyone's opinion, is one of the best flight schools in Europe. And I got accepted to the school, and I was very happy to be part of the amazing program in this flight school. So I started training, and after a few months that I was attending this flight school, I had to withdraw because financial problem in my family. A few months before joining the flight school, my brother passed away. So we were having big money problems because all the money they had set up for me went for medical expenses and funeral and all this kind of stuff. So I went back to Italy and moved back to Milan. Very disappointed and sad, of course. And I felt very lost in the beginning because I saw my dream crashing, right? So I saw my dream job going the opposite way for myself. And then after a few months, I was stubborn enough to go back online and find a cheaper way to achieve my dream. So I contacted these flight schools in Florida, in the United States. So I went to my family and said, look, I found this other flight schools cheaper and maybe I can go there. So I worked for a few months in Italy, enough months to put some money aside. And then I flew to Florida, and with a huge help on my family, I was able to achieve part of my dream. And now I'm a fully qualified commercial pilot for America. And what I'm doing now here in England is to finish the school so I can fly in Europe as well.
Awesome.
Yes, it's
That's
my
awesome. Marco,
story.
can I ask you something? Because people, we have like a big audience, and there might be not a pilot listening to this. But how long ago did you start? When was the first time you went to Oxford?
7 years ago.
So 7 years ago, everything
So
started.
this didn't happen in one day or 1 week. I
Okay.
wish, but
Okay. Now let me ask another question. Usually, how long does it take to become a pilot?
uh, it depends. But more or less, if you got the money and you begin and finish, maybe 18 months, 20 months.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm asking is because I know Marco, I know his story, and now usually, it took him like four times as long, more than four times as long to get where he wants, and he's still getting there. Okay, he's got his full license. He can work in the States, but he wants to work in Europe, and that's why he's still going. So, for someone that is listening to what's special was is like that. You're not giving up. You're still going, man, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I think that's resilience in there. But let me ask you another question. Now, you're still studying now, yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're also working full time.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
and you're also setting up a side business as well.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
so you're a busy man, eh?
Yeah. And I got a wife, so I'm very busy.
That's right. Okay, so tell me something, Marco. Um, what's tell me about your side business. What is it that you want to do? Because it has to do with flying. So tell me about that one.
Yes. Um, what part of my struggle when I was deciding where to go for a flight school in Europe with Oxford, and when I moved to Florida, is where should I go, right? So which flight school is the right one for me? And what I did is I spent hours and days online. I went on forums, Facebook groups, um, everywhere. I asked people that I didn't know. I asked people that I knew, and all of this, instead of helping me, it was like putting a mess in my head.
Hmm.
So I literally I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, am I wrong? Am I right? Is this person um, does this person have the right advice for me? Um, so what I'm trying to do right now is um, trying to make other students avoid what I've been through, if it makes sense. Um, since since my experience in Florida was an amazing experience. I loved my time there. I love the flight schools there. Um, I have very good friends there in Florida, and basically, I go there every time I can. All right. Um, so I thought this is great. I want to work for this flight school, um, but you can't because for Europeans it's kind of hard to go there and work in America. So what I thought was like, okay, I can help students to go to that flight school, right?
Hmm.
So um, what I do is trying to gather all the knowledge I have from my experience as a student first. Um, so like I said, so other students don't waste time. Um, so yeah, so this is what I'm trying to do, and so I'm trying to set up my own business so I can refer students to this flight school, that I work for now, and in the meantime, um, yeah, give this knowledge, give this service to other people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So basically, no, I was taking some notes, and I was like, and I thought, you were looking for a nice school to go to, and you went through lots of struggle to find it, and you had to you looked for it, you asked around, you kept looking. Okay, you didn't give up until you find it, and in the end, and now the cool thing is that there's the service you want to provide is to help other students to have a shortcut instead of going through the to the trouble, because I mean not everybody has would keep going. Some people will give up, say, oh man, it's too much of a struggle. But you can actually help people reach their dreams because you've been through the struggle and say, hey,
Yeah,
don't need to go there.
yeah. I think the great thing is I talk to people almost every day, because I set up my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and I'm already working with a few students. I'm already working with flight schools in Florida, and what I hear from students or from people our age or younger, um, they're afraid of failures,
Mm.
um, and they get discouraged easily. And I think it's normal. We're human, and I did it. So what I try to tell them, that first of all, if this is your passion, just go for it. You'll find a way. Um, yeah, it
Awesome.
it might not be the easiest way or the shortest way, but I met people there achieving their dream, and they're 40 years old, 45 years old. So if you can think something in your head, it means you can do it as well.
That's cool, man. I like it. I like because sometimes I think people want to see the end before they take any action. And I really like a quote I heard from a guy called Bob Proctor, and he says he was my mentor for a while, and he said, "Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you can see how to go farther." And yeah, we don't have the whole picture right away. It takes time it takes faith to get there. So. One more thing, Marco. If what what would you advise to someone, whether is someone that wants to become a pilot or someone that is wants to open their own business or become an entrepreneur and do something more, believe that there's something more in them, but they don't know when to take action or how to take action. What would you suggest to someone that is watching this now?
To surround themselves with positive people first, because before starting my side business, I talk about this to a lot of people, all right? And I received negative comments, like, why are you doing this? Just focus on your studying, or it's too hard. You're working full time, you're studying a lot. Um, but you don't need those people. Like, you need. I'm not saying you need people to just tell you yes, do it, but you need people that are positive, um, positive mind, positive attitude. Because when you have a passion for something, flying or a chiropractor or whatever, it's easier
Hmm.
thing. If you got a passion for something, it's easier to go out there and say, look, this is great. I did it. I tried it, and it worked. So it's something. It's different when you you want to try to sell something that you never tried.
Mm.
So yeah.
Cool.
But I think the most important thing is, believe that you can do it, and surround yourself with people that can support you. Even with a chat, like even saying like, "This is great. Just keep doing what you're doing," or
That's awesome.
whatever.
That's awesome. I think there's
because
there's
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, it's fine. There's my current mentor. His name is Ryan Ryder, and he always says that we are the average of the 5 or 6 people that we hang out the most with, whether it's financially or anything else in life. And he says, guess if you go out with 9 people that are obese, guess who's going to be number 10? So I like that. So the environment, I think, is key. Is key in everything. So
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Cool. So Marco,
keep pushing it.
Yeah, keep going. Is there anything else you want to tell us before I ask you one more question?
No, not really.
Okay.
But cool. This is great. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So now this is going to be pushed on social media, and you can use it. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. But one thing I want to ask you is, if someone wants to get hold of you, get in touch and know more about Marco, about what you do, about the business, how can they do it? Where can they find you?
Well, at the moment, I have my Facebook page and my Instagram page, and it's called Sunshine Pilot Training. So you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. My website is going to be ready in the next few weeks. So yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. So Marco, I wanted to thank you for being here. So I want to, thank you. Thank you for your time. Pleasure. And yeah, please, get in touch with Marco if you have any question and about flying. Is a passion. I remember when we used to hang out together before getting married. All he talked about was flying in planes, and I remember me and another friend of ours were just like, he's always talking about planes. Man, this guy's nuts. But that's a passion. That's passion. That's how it should be, man. So
correct.
Thank you for being with us, and yeah.
Thank you.
We might have you on our channel again, maybe in a year or two, to see how big you became. So thank you so much again, and yeah, go check it out, and see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Stop recording.